So here we are. I'm here, Italian kitchen. My friend Vadim. We are both from the same city, so we are both really love this kind of food that we organized for next Sunday. The name of the event is called Merenda Sinoira, and now Vadim is going to explain to you what does it mean.
Merenda Sinoira, a word in Italian, another one in the Piedmontese dialect. Merenda is a snack, an afternoon snack, but it's a merenda that's an afternoon snack that morphs into a dinner. It's a dinnering snack, and what that means is that you're gonna have, you sit down, maybe you just got out from work, and you sit down at a tavern, at a piola, informal, casual place, and you sit down for a glass of wine, and you also want to grab a bite, something, just to go with your nice glass of Barbera or Nebbiolo, something like that. And so you have all of these small bites, all of these small dishes.
There are no tapas. Someone say, oh, it's just like tapas. Say,
Not really, right? Not really.
No, it's
because,
not really
because tapas are usually on a piece of bread, and this is not necessarily on that.
This comes with bread, but I mean, it's mostly, the food that we eat.
Yeah. And so, what do you have? What do you normally have with Merenda Sinoira?
Oh, okay. That's a weird story. So, as you know, my parents are both from Sicily. And so, all these things that used to be from Piedmont or any other region, I had no idea existed. And so, one day, I was probably 7 or 8, a friend of the family invited us to this Merenda Sinoira. I said, what the hell is that? We went, and there was this old L-shaped table with all these cold things, one next to each other. And I was surprised because, it wasn't the normal dinner. And that's the very first time that I actually tried this guy that they explained to me it's called vigliacche. I never understood why they're called vigliacche. Probably they're in the family, they call it vigliacche. And it's just like chicken breast in carpione. And the carpione is a way that in the past they used to make stuff last longer because it's pretty much vinegar, so it's acidity that doesn't develop any bacteria. But you fry sage and onion with vinegar, and then you put the chicken in that kind of, we call it indingolo, with that sauce.
It's a way to preserve stuff, and I remember my grandma used to put not necessarily, fried chicken schnitzel, but she used to put, for example, hard-boiled eggs.
Oh yeah, the zucchini.
Or zucchini.
Oh yeah.
Zucchini for sure. That's another favorite. Still, my mom makes it in the summer. Yeah.
See, that's something I never made it. I never had it.
So you have that, and then something that, at least in my family, was never missing for Merenda Sinoira are the anchovies with the green sauce, acciughe al verde. Anchovies with sauce based on parsley and garlic, maybe a little bit of pepper flakes if you want to make it a little spicier. And you can use the same green sauce as a condiment on cheese. You want fresh cheese, tomini or something like that, and sliced, and then you put some of that on top, or you can make them electric, right?
Oh yeah, man, they're so good. The electric one, they are red and spicy. They're strong. The funny thing is, probably a year ago, I made the bagnetto verde for an event, and I had friends here having dinner, and so one of them, I said, do you want to try something very, very different? I said, okay. And so I gave her a little bit of the bagnetto verde and a piece of bread. Okay, this lady never had Italian food that she liked. She went nuts. Cindy loves bagnetto verde to the point that she called it green delight. That's the translation, the official translation in English. And it's really good. It's slightly vinegary. It's really, really good. And then we have, this is our favorite. You should have seen both faces when I found the mortadella because that's a must for any Italian. You know, it's one of our comfort foods.
Yeah, so oftentimes when you do a merenda Sinoira, you have some sort of cold cuts, salami or prosciutto or something like that, in this case mortadella. And of course you need some cheese as well. It can really be any, so we have the fresh cheese with the green sauce, but then also you want something like a firmer or more seasoned cheese. In this case, both of us, our favorite cheese is gorgonzola, also from Piedmont.
Yeah.
From the north, which is essentially like a blue cheese, but a little milder, if I can say.
Yeah.
And then there's, you know, other stuff that you normally have. You could have roasted peppers. You can have beef tongue.
Yeah.
You can have
vitello tonnato.
You can have vitello tonnato, veal in a tuna sauce. One of my favorite things.
You can have. Sometimes we don't call them deviled eggs, but there was something like deviled eggs.
Yeah, uova ripiena.
We need to make the thing that your wife does.
Yeah.
The sardenoira.
The sardinaia.
Sardinaia. Okay, I never know how to say it.
Yes.
I never made it. That thing I tasted for the first time 2 years ago when I met them for the second time. We actually had a Merenda Sinoira down there at the Mother's Park. Everybody brought something and they brought that thing and said, ooh, that's good.
So anyway, this is Merenda Sinoira, and the idea again of sitting down with a glass of wine on a late afternoon and start biting. Nothing's hot. It's all cold stuff. Some of it it's prepared in advance. It can be preserved for several days, and you just start with a bite, and then you get into something maybe a little heartier, because at the end of the day there is meat, there is cheese, and so it's
there
not
is a
just
little bit of everything. So
there's a little bit of everything. Yes, savory. So come join us.
Yeah. So
on
if you're
Sunday.
interested, just
If you're
give us a
interested, it's a sort of family style, and you pick what you want.
You
and
can
eat
meet new
as much
friends,
as
meet
you,
us,
as you
talk.
want, and bring your bottle of wine from
Yes.
Piemonte, hopefully.
Yes.
A light red or a white or a rosé if it's especially hot, I guess. But yeah,
Come visit us and chin.
chin.